The chilling case of the Golden State Killer. The hunt for the Golden State Killer, a 40-year quest for justice. The year was 1976. In the quiet suburbs of Sacramento, California, a shadow lurked in the night. Families locked their doors, children were kept inside, and fear gripped the community. A faceless predator was on the loose, a man who would later be known as one of the most prolific and sadistic criminals in American history, the Golden State Killer. Over a decade, he would be linked to at least 13 murders, 50 rapes, and more than 100 burglaries across California. For nearly 40 years, he taunted the police, evading justice and living a double life. This is the story of a monster who terrorized a state and the relentless pursuit that finally brought him to justice. It all began in the summer of 1976. Women in eastern Sacramento County reported a series of terrifying home invasions. The attacker was methodical. He would stalk his victims, learn their routines, and often break into their homes beforehand to leave ropes or unlock windows. He wore a ski mask and carried a flashlight, blinding his victims as he tied them up and subjected them to hours of torment. One of his most chilling tactics was targeting couples. He would force the man to lie face down while balancing plates on his back, threatening to kill them both if the plates moved. Despite an intense police investigation, the East Area rapist always managed to escape. As the attacks continued, the East Area rapist's methods grew more brutal. By 1979, he had expanded his reign of terror to Southern California. It was during this time that he earned a new moniker, the original Night Stalker, responsible for a series of murders that horrified communities. His victims ranged from young couples to middle-aged women, all subjected to unimaginable violence. Despite advanced forensic techniques emerging in the 1980s, authorities struggled to connect the crimes due to jurisdictional barriers. It wasn't until the rise of DNA technology that a breakthrough would finally come. For decades, the Golden State Killer eluded capture. Families were left without closure, and victims lived in fear. In 2001, DNA evidence linked the East Area rapist to the original Night Stalker crimes, confirming they were the work of the same man. But there was still no name attached to the DNA profile. In 2018, investigators made a stunning discovery using a revolutionary technique called genetic genealogy. By tracing familial DNA through public genealogy databases, they identified a suspect, Joseph James DeAngelo, a former police officer. After more than 40 years, the Golden State Killer had a name. On April 24, 2018, Joseph James DeAngelo was arrested at his home in Citrus Heights, California. Neighbors were shocked. DeAngelo was a quiet, unassuming man who lived a seemingly ordinary life. But behind closed doors, he harbored dark secrets. Facing overwhelming evidence, DeAngelo eventually pleaded guilty to 13 counts of murder and 50 rapes. He offered no apologies, only cryptic statements about an inner personality named Jerry who compelled him to kill. For the victims and their families, his conviction marked the end of a long nightmare. The case of the Golden State Killer stands as a testament to the resilience of victims and the determination of law enforcement. It also highlights the power of science and innovation in solving even the coldest of cases. Joseph James DeAngelo now spends his days behind bars, but the scars he left on countless lives will never fully heal. This story serves as a chilling reminder that justice, no matter how delayed, is always worth pursuing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories.